Hi, I'm Sam. Today, let's talk about the human luck. For over 3 months straight, Danny's restaurant couldn't even break even with its cost. Before the economic downturn, this little restaurant had once seen signs stretching out their door. But tonight, after going over the account, Danny made a decision. Okay, let's just keep the restaurant open until today. Because he could no longer bear the losses. It was supposed to be the dinner rush hour, but there was only one father and son sitting inside. They shared a single meal set. The child was being nosy, and the father first ignored him, then grew impatient and told him to quiet down. Just then, a man with a hat and a gloomy expression walked in to the restaurant. Danny went up to greet him, thinking, okay, maybe this will be my restaurant's last customer. Why not treat him a little extra? Danny couldn't do much anymore, but maybe this small surprise could bring someone a little joy. After the man finished eating, Danny cheerfully told him, "Congratulations! You were sitting at tonight's lucky table. Your meal is completely free, and you will also receive a special treat." The man looked at Danny in surprise. "Oh, I didn't expect to be this lucky." Danny smiled and brought over a complimentary dessert. The man smiled too. The child at the next table saw this and started weeping. "Dad, I want the dessert too." The father replied, "We don't have any money, honey." Seeing this scene, the man turned to Danny and said, "Excuse me, then let me share some of my luck with the others." So he asked Danny to send the dessert to the father and son. The child, seeing the dessert, jumped up and down with joy. Even the father smiled, walked over to the man's table, and thanked him. The two of the men started cheating, and it turned out the man was the owner of a small company named Kurt. Kurt asked what the father did for work. With a discouraged expression, the father replied, "I was a sales manager at the company, but due to poor performance, I was told I could only stay until the end of the month." After hearing this, Kurt thought for a moment and said, "My company is actually looking for a sales talent. Would you be interested in giving it a try?" The father took a surprise. "That would be amazing! Of course, I am interested." So they agreed on a time for an interview the next day. After that night, Danny decided to keep going a little longer, and every day he would choose one lucky table and treat the customer sitting there. As the word spread, many people came to try their luck. Maybe I will try it too. And Danny's restaurant began to thrive again. Years later, Kurt had become a regular and good friend of Danny. one day, Kurt suddenly asked Danny, "Do you know what I was thinking the first time I walked into your restaurant?" Danny shook his hand. Kurt quietly said, "Actually, that night when I came in, I was planning to have one that's good meal and then find a way to end my life. Because that very day, my wife had given me a letter saying she couldn't stand my busy work life anymore, and how I often neglect her. She had decided to run away with another man. That night, I felt like I was worth nothing. I loved her so much, but she couldn't feel it. I was deeply discouraged with the world." Kurt looked upon and gave Danny a soft smile. "But that night, I sat at the lucky table. At first, I felt it was ironic, but without much thought, I chose to share my luck with someone else. And when I saw their happy reaction, I suddenly felt maybe I do have a value. And so I began rebuilding my life." Danny looked at Kurt. His eyes filled with tears. He deeply realized true love comes from giving selflessly, even when we ourselves lack. And he himself was one of those lucky people. Dear friend, human luck is not in visible wealth, but in the invisible abundance and perfection of our inner thought. What we call luck is the result of the state of your heart attracting resonant circumstance. No one is truly unlucky unless they first believe it in their heart. Those willing to believe in good fortune more than that will receive it. What do you think?